Let's do it loud.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And that's not my house. It was Sharon's. I was crashing there for a little bit while I'm taking care of some things, but she's done for the summer, so she's back at her parents' place and I'm homeless.
Yeah, you can crash at our place for a few days if you want.
That's solid, man. Thanks.
I'm going to the ladies' room.
You got it.
I'll go with you.
Your date looks so familiar to me.
She looks familiar to a lot of people.
What do you mean?
A guy named Roy Raymond is a Stanford MBA. He wants to buy his wife some lingerie, but he's embarrassed to shop for it in a department store. He comes up with an idea for a high-end place that doesn't make you feel like a pervert. He gets a $40,000 bank loan and borrows another $40,000 from his in-laws. He calls it Victoria's Secret and makes a $500,000 profit his first year. He starts the catalog, opens 3 more stores, and after 5 years, sells the company to Leslie Wexner and the Limited for $4 million. Happy ending, right? Except 2 years later, the company is worth $500 million and Roy Raymond jumps off the Golden Gate Bridge. Poor guy just wanted to buy his wife a pair of thigh highs, you know?
That's a card?
My date is a Victoria's Secret model. That's why she looks familiar to you.
Okay, a guy wants to buy his wife some lingerie. He wants it, so he starts his thing. He sells it to the Limited. Blah, blah, good story, right? Except 2 years later, and Roy Raymond, Harvard MBA, jumps off the Golden Gate Bridge, right? So you cap it with it's a true story. Starts off as this flight of fiction. Ends up being just a true story. Roy Raymond threw himself off the Golden Gate Bridge. His body was eaten by sharks. Look it up. It's on Wikipedia. So then you go into now. I only want to say once. You should stay with us. I just feel like that's the. He starts out homeless, and then
but don't have Mark invited to.
No, have him do it at the end. So he hears the whole thing, and he goes, "I need this influence in my life. This is what I need."
And I was going to have business cards printed that said, "I'm CEO, bitch. It's our time." And I want to know where Eduardo is.
He's in New York.
Napster wasn't a failure. I changed the music industry for better, forever, and for always. It may not have been good business, but it sure as hell was good anarchy. And wasn't that what Face Mash was about? I read your blog. They're scared of me, and they're going to be scared of you. Good idea, little boy. Here's a check. Now get out. The grown-ups will take it from here. But not this time. It's our time. Yes, my date's a Victoria's Secret model, so I'm going to ask you again, where's Eduardo? This is a once-in-a-generation holy shit idea. And Mark, the water under the Golden Gate is freezing cold. Feel entitled to this. It's our time. Look at my face and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
I love it that he says, "This is our time," and I know what I'm talking about. Put those two things together, but let's not have "this is our time" 3 times. It announces it as a thesis. You know what I mean? Okay, I also think, and wasn't that what your Face Mash was about? Your Face Mash. I've gone back and done my homework, and your little Face Mash thing, that's what that was about.
Great, you got that?
Okay.
Ruby Sky was really difficult for a couple different reasons. One, it's people yelling in a club. And the music's not loud when they're performing, obviously. We put that in later. So it's kind of like you're at a club. It's almost like you're at a club cutting this stuff.
Yeah, that scene was the most difficult scene in the film to mix, and we mixed it over and over again. And again, our natural tendency when we were mixing was to say, music down, dialogue up. And Fincher would come in the room and he would just say, "No, no, no, I don't want to hear him." It was just frightening because then you think, well, are you going to subtitle it? I mean, how are we going to do this, you know?
The other thing technically that was difficult about Ruby Sky, besides just having the sound, or not having the sound, or dealing with really loud dance music while we're cutting it, is the lights are always changing. And one of the things that we do a lot in this movie, and we have since Zodiac, and one of the beautiful advantages of shooting digital, is we actually do a lot of split screens. Say you have a 2-shot, you have someone here and someone here, you could actually do a split screen and change this performance. Or more often what we do is we actually pull this performance up in terms of time. So this person's reacting to this person faster. Ruby Sky, we couldn't do that because the lights are always changing.
David was adamant, wanting us to feel like we were really there, so that we felt like we were Jesse, you know. And so, for example, at the very beginning, after there's that wonderful shot where we pan across the dance floor and we fly through the, you know, the railing and we see them, and they're having this conversation, and right there, that dialogue is impossible to hear. And every time we try to make it clear, he's like, no, no, bury it. I want you to not hear it.
I was crashing there for a little bit while taking care of some things, but she's done for the summer, so she's back at her parents' place.
So that when Justin asks Jesse a question, he's over there looking at some girl's butt, you know. And so that scene was very challenging. Technically what we did was we took the music and we divided the music up. It was an MP3 that we got off of iTunes, believe it or not. And we researched what music they played back in 2003 at Ruby Sky. And this particular track was on their playlist. So we thought, okay, we have to find an authentic piece of music that is appropriate for the scene. And then we took the music and divided it into sort of geological strata. So we started from the bass, and we created these very throbbing bass tracks, and then mid-ranges, and then we took all the music and ran it through an amplifier and distorted it and re-recorded that, and so on and so forth with a low-range distortion, a mid-range distortion, high range, and spread all this noise out of all the speakers in the theater. And then we slowly mixed each little element in between every single line of dialogue very carefully, so that as Justin's delivering his lines, you're just on the brink of going, oh my God, I don't know if I heard everything, which is exactly what David wanted.
The script was truly the blueprint for this movie, and I think we probably lifted more out of the Ruby Sky scene than we did any other scene. And it wasn't much. I think it was 3 or 4 lines, maybe even 2 or 3.
So hopefully the audience is left with, God, that was irritating. I want to get out of there, which is the point.
Dumberta, what happens on this normally, this platform here?
Normally, I don't know. Okay. It looks like a dancer platform, though.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to put 3 dancers up there and then have some pods out here for dancers. Lose all this and just sculpt it with the round in that shape. We're going to be up above, right? That's what I was thinking. Put 3 dancers there.
All right. I just want to know. And then that's photographable. Right. And photographable. Yep. You're gonna like that. Okay. So the idea is to lay track and be on a 50-foot techno, be up there and come over the top of that, come down, see all this, and then go back up over that railing and look back on a table that's there, so we can look back and see everything behind them in sort of a 3/4. And we're over Mark's shoulder and onto Sean's face. Right. So we're looking back at the whole place. So I don't know how you get a 50-foot techno in here, but
You figure it out.
I mean, probably do it with a 35. I mean, there's a 35 and there isn't.
37.
What? 37. You just listen. If somebody says something that's important, you just repeat
it's not 35.
it. Okay, right.
Clarify, 37.
Can you see? Can you see? It's my accomplishments are that much more amazing when you consider. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to be able to get up, back, and then.
Okay. How high do you want to reach up there?
I would probably want to be 3 feet over that railing.
Okay.
And how low do you come here?
Like that.
Okay.
So we can be in a little bit.
Well, the idea is to get as much of this expanse as we can see. So it could maybe be telescope back. I mean, on the 37, what's the minimum to the post?
It's probably around 8 feet, right? 6, 8
Okay,
feet.
so that's fine. All right, so how many people do we have for this?
250.
So 250. I mean, once we're done with the master, we're not gonna look down here again.
250 too much?
No, I think it's about right in terms, but figure that you'll never see any of
I
this.
understand.
So I think 250 is good.
Good.
What do we know about the trapeze people?
We got rid of the trapeze people.
Okay, well, we're not yet.
They're gone.
They're done.
But we have
wrapped
go-go
up.
dancers.
But we have dancers there, and then we have go-go dancers on the.
There's 4 platforms, and then there's a center platform. We're gonna put.
We have a technician who's here who can set this up and show you how all this stuff works if you want to see anything.
Well, what do they have just like a set of like 126 different things that they do? I mean, I can't imagine that they go, oh no, we're not ready for this song. I have something special cooked up, something I've been working on. That's Sparrow. Whatever that is.
Do you want him to, once you're done, do you want him to run a little?
Yeah, it'd be great, yeah.
You want to see it now?
Yeah, sure, it'd be great.
Is there go-go's?
So
in the
those are
VIP?
brighter than we need them to be.
Yeah.
I don't have my meter with me, but I can tell you.
I think you're right on spot though.
Yeah. Now, what would stay on the whole time?
Do you want to have like a spotlight on the go-go girls?
I would think that the yellow.
I think that should.
Yeah.
The ones that are lighting the wall, which I
Okay.
can show you look totally great when they're down.
All right, let's see him on. Take some pictures and show me what. 400 out of 1.5 or something. Any bouncers, bartenders, or waitresses? Any go-go dancers? Come on in, guys. Come on in. And down here, basically, we're gonna have music. We're gonna have playback. It's gonna be loud. There's gonna be smoke. There's gonna be lights. It's a club. So what I'm gonna do is raise your hand if you like to dance. All right. Let me get all my dancers. Come out to the center of the floor. Guys, it's time to come out of the closet. Okay.
I was crashing there for a little bit while I'm taking care of some things, but she's done for the summer, so she's back at her parents' place.
At any point that you think we're not rolling, just keep acting until you hear cut, okay? There's gonna be a point that we're gonna be recording the dialogue, so the music will be going, there'll be people dancing, doing stuff, and then the music's gonna stop. The people, you gotta keep acting, keep going through, because what we're doing is recording a clean track of dialogue up there. We can't have the music playing at the same time.
I was crashing there for a little bit while I'm taking care of some things, but she's done for the summer, so she's back at her parents' place.
The homeless rock star of Palo Alto.
What's your plan for the summer? Mark! I was crashing there for a little bit while I'm taking care of some things, but she's done for the summer, so she's back at her parents' place.
The homeless rock star of Palo Alto.
All right. What's your plan for the summer? Mark!
I'm sorry. I was looking at the architecture.
We haven't done strobes yet.
If you're gonna do strobes at the beginning.
That's what I was programming it in now to see the girls when they're dancing too.
Good.
Yeah, and then fade off.
Yeah. We want a seizure here. We want a mild euphoria here, and then we want to shoot a dialogue scene. Great.
Look at my face and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
You ever think about the girl?
What girl?
The one,
No.
the girl with
If you guys are gonna keep talking about bandwidth, we need some shots.
100 schools before the end of the summer?
Yeah.
Tell you what, gesture of good faith. While you're getting into 100 schools, I'll put you on 2 continents.
2 continents? You know, if you don't have a place to live, I think you should come and live with us.
Let's line up some shots. Excuse me, waitress.
Yes, sir.
You can take this away and bring out the 1942.
All right, absolutely, Mr. Parker. Mr. Zuckerberg.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
You never told her your name.
And cut it.
Cut.